All right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we are currently live here. It is Sunday, December 29th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And my name is Andrew. Just want to make sure everybody can actually hear me. So that's the most important thing. We're streaming in two different places right now. Number one is on the Facebook group, and number two is right here live in the Zoom room. If you can't, oh, yep, we can hear you just fine. Awesome. Thank you for that. So if you are attending with us, there's two, like we said, two different methods that you could be joining us. Number one, if you are joining from the Facebook community, you have an opportunity to participate in the comment section. If you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, feel free to post those in the comment section. We have some moderators going to be helping out, get those questions into the Q&A section of the call. Also, you have an opportunity of hopping right into the Zoom room here live, where you can go to, participate in the call if you choose to. At the end of the call, we'll be open up the floor for anybody who wants to ask a question. You can do that in type or on the mic. Either way is all right with us. Doesn't really matter. So good to go there. We're going to be spending the Zoom room is capped out at 2 hours, but we're going to try to spend about an hour here with everybody going through what the list ladder is, how you guys can leverage this to build yourself out a reliable recurring income in 2025 and beyond. So now that I know everybody can hear, we got all kinds of cool stuff going on, lots of hearts, lots of people. Good to see everybody hopping into the room. It's pretty exciting to see all this stuff going on. So my name is Andrew. I am the person behind the scenes here who is doing all of the creative activity, so to speak, on the back end of the list ladder system, as well as all the front end of the list ladder system. That is all me. Do be gentle. I am colorblind. I just now noticed my wife is not colorblind, and she told me that there's some color patterns that are not right. So we'll get those squared away so it looks nice and cool as we continue to go through the process. But for all intents and purposes, this evening, like we said, we want you to share with you how you can leverage this system to build your dream business in 2025. And obviously, everybody who's here, you may or may not know, building your business online is the foundational principle behind that is going to be your database, your email list, the people who listen to what it is that you have to say. Now, there's two different types of leads, right? The very first type, or not leads, but types of traffic, right? There's traffic that you don't control, and there's traffic that you do control. The traffic that you don't control is the traffic that you're getting from social media, the traffic that you're getting from, anything that you're doing from a platform that is not your own. Now, your database, which is going to be your email campaigns, not your email campaigns, but your email database of subscribers that you're going to be building with a list ladder, that is a database of people, of individuals, of traffic that you can control. And we're going to show you how to do that over the course of time. We're not going to dump all this information on you, get your head spinning, and have you not know what to do next. We've actually got this system lined out in a step-by-step process. We're going to line that out for you here this evening so you know exactly what it is that you're going to need to do. So what is the list ladder system? The system is very simple. It's a list building system built around email marketing with multiple streams of income built right into the platform. Now, something that's very unique about the way that we design the list ladder system is, number one, it's built around list building. There's no other method or system out there that I'm aware of that builds around strictly one specific process and then complements that with the multiple streams of income. The multiple streams of income inside the list ladder are all cohesive, basically meaning everything that you're building is going to be something that you're going to need. Everything that you're subscribing to is something that you're going to need in your own business at some point. Doesn't mean you need it right now. So when you're looking at the income streams inside the back office, number one is, of course, list ladder system. Number two being the get response account. Those are two fundamentals that you're going to need. You should also get the affiliate programs for all of the programs anyways. As you go and build throughout the program, you're going to earn commissions from those. System's going to do the selling for you, all that wonderful stuff. So as we go through, I want to share with you the types of people who are going to be coming into the list ladder system. Now, keep in mind, every single lead that you get, every single person who fills out a form is a human. It's a human being on the other side of a phone, of a computer, looking for a way to solve a problem. That problem may be, making sure that there's not too much month left at the end of the money, right? We want to make sure that we have enough money in the bank so that we don't have to worry about those fundamental print bills, those things that are happening to us in an economy, inflation, all the stuff that we know about. And this is a way that we have an opportunity to be able to help reach those people. Number two is a free member. And number three, of course, is a premium member. What we're going to do is we're going to walk through what each of these are so you can get a good bearing on the types of individuals that you're going to be interacting with while you're working with the list ladder system. So number one being the lead, okay? This is a person who opts into the system and they're showing some form of interest. Now that interest is going to be based off of the information or the messaging that's on the lead capture page. Now the system has some lead capture pages that we have created, or you can create your own. There's a few fundamental things that you'll need to understand about how the system works with the capture pages and bridging things in and whatnot. And we're going to dive into that. We're going to share all that information with you, not tonight, but we're going to share with you over the course of time through the training and everything that we have prepared for you. So the system capture pages are going to help you find an individual who is interested in what you're sharing with them. It's an automated process, and every single one of you most likely went through one of these types of pages. You might have gone through a different type of page, a bridge page, which we'll get into very shortly. The next thing that you're going to notice, we have two slides of the same kind. That's okay. Is a free member. So a free member is on the very next step of this process. What they do is they create an account. There's a short video to show you exactly what the list ladder system is all about, what it's designed to do. And then you have an opportunity of creating a free account. Now, when they do that, they get a verification email. Each of these verification codes is going to be unique, and you're going to put that into the system. That's verifying whether or not you receive that email. That's a little... basically a simple way of preventing a robot from creating a user account. So this is the second step of the process. The free members have an opportunity to be able to go into the system and earn from free income streams. So you can earn commissions from people who upgrade in GetResponse, your autoresponder platform that the system is designed to integrate with. It's a really powerful autoresponder. They've been around for a very long time. They're very reliable. And of course, they have an incredible affiliate program that has two different methods that you can earn from. One is a CPA, and the other one is a residual-based payments. Depending on which one is right for you, you can make that decision. You can always change later. So it's up to you and how you want to start. Now, there are traffic programs in there as well that we recommend that you sign up for, run some traffic with consistently, and at the same time, put your affiliate links in. There are other traffic sources inside the system that are just good quality traffic sources where you can go and you can get quality clicks that are interested in what is it we're sharing, but those do not have commissions associated with them. So just be aware of that sometimes there's going to be traffic opportunities that are not going to have a compensation associated with them, but instead they're just going to have quality leads and quality products, or quality people behind those systems that are going to run that traffic, which is what you're going to need. Take that traffic that you don't control and help turn that into traffic that you do control. And inside of the system, you're going to notice in the setup process and the getting started, your affiliate link for GetResponse will dynamically update on the buttons inside the system, as well as inside of the emails. So you guys are starting to notice that the emails are coming into your inbox. They're starting to change a little bit. They're getting a little bit more purposeful. Okay, so that's because the links are starting to get updated in the back end. Remember, we are in the beta phase of this. There are going to be things inside the system that are not fully functional. Here's what is fully functional. The tracking system works. The commission system works. The matrix works. All the important stuff works. That's why we're in beta. That's why we're launching. That's why you guys are here. And without you, we wouldn't be here either. So we appreciate everybody putting the energy in and the trust in us on the system. And we're going to do our best to make it the best system for you. Now, the third type of person inside of the system is going to be a premium member. For only $25 a month, this is the individual who upgrades their account. They join into the system, and they're going to actually build what we like to call a front end stream of income for you while you're building your list, right? Your list building activities should be accompanied by what's called a self-liquidating offer, or a SLO. An SLO is something that gives you enough commission or enough income on the front end of that particular interaction so that you can cover the cost of any advertising associated with generating that particular action. So if it's a purchase, you're going to earn a commission. So with that, we built in here, we got some pretty cool commissions to go with that, and some premium income streams to help you be able to earn some income here, as well as we go through the process of getting individuals set up with all the tools, all the resources that you're going to need. There's a lot of shiny objects online. And one of the things that we want to do is avoid them. So what we're going to do is we're going to share with you literally the exact same tools that we've been using in our own business for decades to be able to produce the things that we've done. We're not going to get into a bragging call tonight. I'm not going to show you all the trophies and nonsense that we've got behind the scenes, but the whole point of it is these are the tools that we use. Okay, it's everything that we've done over the course of years. Every step has been narrowed down to a fine-tuned process, and we're sharing that with you inside of the List Ladder system, and we're giving you all the tools that we've used to go through that as well. So you're going to get premium software. That's the software that we've developed and we've used. You're also going to get to unlock the List Ladder itself, which is the process where the leads are passing up to you from the unlocking process, from the new members coming into the system, and sharing that affiliate link and going through the lead capture pages. Those premium income streams are going to add an extraordinary amount of income to your bottom line when you look at the way that we're going to be following up over the course of this when the system is developed out. And of course, the matrix is the system's compensation. We'll get into what that's really about. And then, of course, the fast start commissions. Those fast start commissions are what everybody's experiencing right now. You're not seeing anybody in your matrix because that doesn't actually happen until your renewal date. So there is the $25 that you start with. That is technically an admin fee, and you're basically on a free trial in the system. Once that first payment goes through, you get positioned into the matrix. So those of you who are familiar with the matrix, that's a really exciting thing. Those of you who are not, we're going to show you exactly how it works. But your fast start bonuses are right now where we kind of put our attention, because this is where you're going to earn what we call that front end revenue. That's that $15 for every new person who signs up. You're going to get that paid directly to you. Right now, the system actually pays you on the 15th of every month. We're working on getting some systems in place to make sure those payments happen more frequently. But right now, it's on the 15th of every single month. And what you're normally going to see if you go through the terms of service is the commissions are paid out based off how we paid them out over the last few years in our Cloud Key system. So it is basically you have a 30-day refund period, which gives you a cooling off period for that. Then they go into provisioning, where they go into the commission system, and then they're paid out to you on the 15th. So it could be anywhere between 30 to 45 days before you receive a commission. We want that to happen much, much faster. So we're going to get some systems in place to be able to do that by the 1st. Now, on top of that, there's a very nice update coming to the platform with respect to the fast start commissions. I'm not going to reveal that to anybody tonight, but you're going to love it. You'll be able to see that on Friday. There's a countdown timer on the page. So if you guys were going to go out here to the List Ladder homepage, this countdown timer right here, 5 days from now, we'll reveal what that is. So be here in 5 days, and we will show you exactly what we're talking about with our powerful update. It's coming to this fast start bonus. Okay, so number 2, this is how you actually get to explode your income. This is why the matrix is so important. And this is where you focus your energy. Okay, I don't want anybody to focus on this matrix because it'll really mess up your head trying to figure out what a matrix really is. When you look at how dynamic they get it, they're really crazy, but they're a really good foundation for a platform just like this. Let me explain why that is. So in a normal system, what you would have is anywhere between 1 and 2 tiers where you're going to earn a commission. You have the same thing here. The difference is you don't earn a commission on those tiers. Instead, you're earning a commission on the matrix match of the earnings of those individuals. So your personal referrals, you're going to get the commissions on them for the fast start commission. You're also going to get a 50% match on their earnings in the matrix in the system. So if they earn $100, you're going to get 50. That makes sense. Same thing with their referrals. That's your second tier. You're going to earn 25% match on the check that they receive from the matrix. Now, let me explain what the matrix is so you can get a really good beat on that. This is a powerful 6x5 force matrix. It's 6 wide, which if anybody's familiar with matrices, that's a very wide matrix. Generally speaking, they're anywhere between 2, 3, or 4 people wide on that front level, but we went 6 for a specific reason, and we'll show you that here as we go out and develop into the training, because there's specific systems that use that number 6 that we're going to be dealing with. But here's how this works. Every single person who is in the matrix, every single person who has a $25 premium account with ListLadder, you have 6 frontline positions. Now, there's 2 ways that those positions can be filled. They could be filled by you, or they could be filled by the people who are in the system above you. And that's called spillover. So the spillover in this particular diagram is represented by the white little circle, and the personal referrals are represented by the red circles. Now, when these fill in, they fill in from left to right, and it's automatic placement. Okay, so it's really how a matrix works. You don't have any more than 6 positions in that front line. Okay, so this is not important when it comes to your first and your second tier, because you have unlimited positions in that first and second tier. I'll explain how that works in just a moment. So spillover happens when one of the matrix front lines in the person above you fills in all 6 positions, whether they did it or they did it with spillover. They don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to recruit anybody. All you have to do is have a position, and you could potentially have all 6 of those positions filled by someone else. Okay. But in reality, we want to put a little energy into that because nail soup and all, we'll get into that. So those 6 frontline positions are, once they're filled, what you get is a spillover system where people fall into that next open space from left to right. Now, the crazy thing about this is on that second tier in your matrix, when you sign up, you have your own matrix. That second tier is 36 people in it. So keep in mind, if you're relying on spillover, the 6 wide is going to, it's going to require you to put a little elbow grease into this. Okay. So it's not something that you'll want to put all of your hopes and dreams on being able to fill the matrix without doing anything, but it can happen, has happened. And that's why they're so wonderful. So when you were out here, when you're out here, you got all 6 of your positions. Let's say, for example, in this particular example, I personally filled in position 1, position 3, position 4, and 5 of that frontline 6. Those position 2 and position 6, those were just people that randomly filled in from the people above me inside of the system. Now, when I get that 5th person, remember, I got 1, 3, 4, and 5, but those are only 4 people that I've personally referred. That next person, number 5, is going to go on to that first position underneath that first person on the left side of my matrix. And what that does is that just fills in dynamically all the way down. So we actually have the ability where more equals more, where every single person helps every single person grow inside the community. Okay. So you are going to match the checks on your personal referrals and the referrals of those individuals. So that's where those matching bonuses come in. Spillover, you're going to get matrix commissions, but personal referrals and their referrals, you're going to match those commissions. Get matrix commissions on everybody, but personal referrals and their referrals, you're going to match that matrix commission check. Okay, so what it looks like here, if we go into the matrix, is you're going to see right here your personal referrals, spillover referrals, and level 2 referrals. These are the 3 different types of referrals you'll see inside of the system. The matrix itself is where these commissions are going to be derived from. So that front row, when your front row is full, and some of you actually already have full front rows, by the way, when that front row is full, you'll make $7.50 per month from the matrix. Okay, so that's not a lot of money, but as that fills in, as it continues to fill in, your second row fills in, you'll have 36 people on that second row. You're going to get $36 a month from that. So now you're at a little bit over $40 a month, but keeping in mind, you're going to get those matching bonuses from those personal referrals. So every personal referral that you get, say they make that first row, they're making $7.50. You're going to get $3.25 of that every single month matched on your check. If you have 100 people, they all have 6 people in their front row. You're going to get matched $3.25 from 100 people. That makes sense. So you get $325. So that's the same thing with level 2. You get 25% match, and you can have, there's no limit. They'll be placed in the matrix style. Don't worry about the matrix. It'll make your head spin. But if you just focus on those 1 and 2s, that first level and that second tier, you're going to really have a good benefit inside the system. So focus on personal team level 1 and personal team level 2 for those matches is going to keep you, number 1, in line. Number 2, it's going to help you really understand how to develop your community, right? Because the way that the list ladder is designed, when everybody's working together, we're building our list as a community, right? Now, that means all of our leads are on each of our, well, not everybody's, but 5 levels up. So what we want to do is we want to focus our energy on crafting out our audience from our leads. And we're going to show you exactly how to do that through the training, and I'll show you where the training is. And you guys can get started on that tonight. So your personal referrals on level 1 and level 2, you can see that in your back office on your dashboard where it says team overview. You're going to have your direct members, you're going to have your free members, and you're going to have your level 2 members. Your free members are those users, are the ones that haven't paid the $25 yet, but they're in the system. You can still help them get started. They'll still pass leads up to you. They will still help you earn commissions through the premium affiliate programs. They'll still help you earn commissions through pass ups. If a free user generates a customer, that free user that customer passes up to you as a paid member. So you're going to get the $15 commission for that. So just keep aware of that. We haven't disclosed all of that yet, but that's actually how it works. Some of you actually received pass ups and have not been aware of that. That's where that commission came from. But there's notifications and things that will differentiate in the system as they're rolling out. But that's what you're going to want to focus on to build out your personal team inside the system. So focusing on your day-to-day activities. This is not loading. Didn't load the picture. Of course, not gonna load the picture. So let's go out here. So this is it? Nope, that's the wrong one. Is it? We're gonna focus on the daily activities. This is actually what the picture was. It's a picture of this right here. So this is the daily activity system that we have. We've been using this system for 15 years plus. And this is the exact same daily activity that we do every single day inside of our business that has helped us achieve what we're able to do today, which is building out a system like this in PHP, which I didn't even know I knew how to do until I learned how to do it, right? It's actually relatively simple, but that's what this system is designed to do. And it's what we teach everybody to do in our coaching program. We have workbooks and we have Google Docs and all kinds of stuff to go around this. And finally, we just decided that we're going to code it and build it into an application. We're going to put it into this system so that you have an idea of what it takes to be successful in the direct response marketing space, which is what we are in. So when we're doing email marketing, when we're doing any type of marketing where we're getting a person to take action on something, that is a direct response marketing system. So the first thing that you'll notice in here is that there's personal development. Second thing is getting connected. You're doing that right now. Everybody who is here, you are following step number 2. Down here on the bottom, what you're going to see, this isn't actually tracking right now. It is saving, but it's not tracking on this little meter. We'll fix that. But you want to, every time you come to one of our weekly calls, you're going to come into the system. You're going to click on the Get Connected button, and then you're going to click the Save. Now, what that did, you can see that it saved successfully, is it saved a little tick inside of your account that will show that you were here. Now, as you are tracking your progress over your first year, right? Could be here a year from now is our step number 9. So you want to stick it out, be here for a year. As you go through and you progress through your year's progress, you can see that right here, as well as on your dashboard. This is your first year's progress, okay? 86 days, just to kind of give you an idea, we started building this system 86 days ago, and this is 86 days worth of development. So you'll notice that we're going to get a lot more development as we get 86 more days under our belt. But you'll see that first year's journey in your account, and it's going to increase every single day. Now, what's really important about this is as we go through this process, this countdown timer is going to reset your clock every single day on this this daily activity plan. So now when you go through, if you do your personal development for today, what you're going to do is read 10 pages of a good book. Now, depending on where you're at, you might need to find out how to win friends and influence people, for example. How do I communicate with people? Something along those lines. Maybe you already understand how to communicate with people well, and you need to get into some copywriting, maybe copywriting secrets. There's a lot of different books that you can tap into, a lot of different personal development activities that you can tap into. But the personal development in here is about reading good quality books. If you read 10 pages every day, it'd take you about 15 minutes, depending on what type of reader you are. But some might take a little bit longer, but you'll get better. It'll take you about 10 to 15 minutes every day, and you'll read a book a month. Okay, if you read a book a month, that's 12 books a year. If you do this as long as we have, you will have read hundreds and hundreds of books. Okay, and that's a very important process because over the course of time, I don't know if anybody's ever watched Game of Thrones. I kind of became a little bit of a fan, but in Game of Thrones, Tyrion was talking to Jon Snow in one of the early episodes, and he was talking about a mind needing books like iron needs a whetstone. So it helps you stay sharp, in other words. And so reading is very, very important. And what we would recommend that you do is you commit to personal development in the niche that you're working in. So whatever it is that you're wanting to work in the space of online marketing, you want to focus your energy, your mind on that so that you can develop the language and all the things that you're going to go through that. Getting connected is plugging into this weekly call. These weekly calls are going to get a lot more spicy. Promise they're going to be fun as we continue to go forward. But getting connected here is going to keep you recharged because we live in a world that is just totally negative against a lot of the stuff that we do. I have been doing this for a very long time. We have had enormous amounts of success, and my family to this day, my blood still tells me that I should get a real job. We have 6 kids. I have not left the house. I have not had a 9-to-5 job in almost 20 years, but I should get one of those so that I can complain about my life like they do. I don't think so. It's a much better road here, but just keep in mind that when we're out here in this world, this is what we're going to deal with. So we need to plug back into that source of energy, and that's what we're doing here on the weekly calls. We plug back in. Reaching out to your new team members. This is your 3rd step in the 9 steps. This is very, very important too. How many of you want your uplines to reach out to you and say hello. It's a very, very powerful thing. You don't have to do a lot. Just say hello. I'm here to help. What we do is we do that to let them know that there's real people behind the scenes here. We are real people. If you reach out to them enough just to let them know to plug into the system, that's all you've got to do, and let the system do the rest. But let them know there's real people behind this, because people matter. Systems are important, but people matter more. So reach out, let them know there's real people behind the scenes here, and give them that encouragement to let them know that they can sit and they're in a place where they can grow. We're not going to shove a bunch of nonsense down your throat just to make commissions. We're going to give you what you need. We're going to give you the same things we use. And to be fair, we do very well when it comes to our online businesses. So it's an incredible thing. So you want to create content. All right, this one's going to be a little bit interesting. A lot of people are really scared about content, but if you're following this system, if you're plugging into these weekly calls, if you're reading 10 pages of a good book every single day, your mind is going to have plenty of information to share with somebody else. And the content that you're creating is just what you've learned. When you're learning something, share it, because all you're doing is the way that you position it, the way that you've learned it, and speak it into the community, into the environment, you're going to catch the attention of somebody else who's one step behind you and is having something of a situation like you're speaking toward, whatever it is. Okay, so don't worry about content creation. We got a really good video. We got really good systems to show you how to do that without it being too difficult. And AI makes it so much easier. One thing I want everybody to understand about AI is it does sound very robotic. So there's some things that we're going to share with you that you may or may not know that are going to help you so that you can use AI and have it sound more like you. And then you can have a voice that is not going to take, it's not going to wear your mind out trying to come up with a piece of content. We're going to try to do all that inside of the system over the course of time. Now, network, that's the next one. You want to start 5 new conversations with people every day. 5 is a good number. More is better, but 5 is what we found is the minimum number for you to actually get a sort of result. Now, this is a process. So when you talk to 5 people today, it's probably not going to matter. You talk to 5 people tomorrow, it's probably not going to matter either. But if you talk to 5 people every day for 90 days, it's definitely going to matter. So you want to make sure that you're starting those conversations every day. Inside the system, you do have a tool right over here. Whether you're a free member or you're a premium member, there's a tool called Messenger Pro. Messenger Pro is a tool that we've built out and developed over the last 4 years. We've got almost $1 million into this little Chrome extension. But what it does is it helps you connect with people on autopilot. There is a training that shows you how to use it, but it's a very simple tool. It plugs right up here into your browser. I don't know if you can see this on Zoom, but there's a Chrome extension right here that plugs into your browser, and it's going to automate the process of making those connections with people who are in communities or interacting with posts on Facebook. So we've got a training to show you how to do that, so you can actually automate that process so you don't manually have to do it, right? You're going to do it, don't do it, right? Why? If it's a repetitive process, we can put a software together that can do it for you. So the only thing they can't do for you is think. So you got to be able to push the buttons, pull the levers, and make sure that you're doing this on a daily basis, because it's very, very important to do that. Now, email marketing. Okay, this one is a very fun one for us because we're all building a list. You want to send one marketing email each day, but you do not want to send that to everybody on your list. Your list is not for spamming, because you're going to get lots of leads following the system. Trust me, I've already deleted a big pile of leads from my own list because there's so many coming in. But you're going to get lots of leads. But make sure that you're following the training. I'm going to show you right here inside the Getting Started Right. There's 3 steps down here. The daily activity is right here. Number 1, number 3. Let's see, you're going to do every day. But email marketing 101. Greg, I don't know if Greg is on the call, but Greg put together a very good training here. I've still got more videos to upload in this, but this is going to show you exactly how to set up your autoresponder, how to get your automation put in place. There is a GPT in here that we're going to develop out even more, but everything's in here for you to do. But this GPT is going to help you. Let me open this up. Oh, that's going to work. There we go. Oh, of course, it's not. It's an incognito window. If I open this up in chat, open it up in chat. Make sure everything's closed. Boom, 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 boom. Make it easy. So no distractions. There we go. So now what we have is a chat GPT. If you guys have a chat GPT account, you get a free one. This one right here is going to walk you right through this process. So your welcome email, that is the very first email that everybody should receive from you on your Get Response list. When you open up this GPT, This is not, we're not going to give you a prompt. Okay. That's not what this does. The prompt behind this thing is actually a copywriting prompt for email. So it's going to ask you 6 questions, and the more detailed you are in these questions, for example, what is your name and what would you like to introduce yourself as to in your email? I know we're going to have some really tough questions here, but as we go through these steps, it's going to give you an email that you'll get to go through. Make sure it's, fine tune it or whatever, but it's going to give you that very first template. This is so important that we do it this way and not give everybody a swipe copy, because when we're sending these emails, we don't want one person who signs up today to receive the same email from 5 people. Okay, we don't want that. What we want is we want that person to receive an email from 5 people, letting them know who they are, so that they can know whether or not they want to work with that person, unsubscribe from that person's list. It doesn't matter if they unsubscribe. If they do, who cares? You're going to be having leads come into your ears. What you're looking for is that person who resonates with you. So that's what we're doing. We're building our list inside of ListLadder, and this is a very important step. We've actually had a lot of people ask us about swipe copy. Next one over here is automation fundamentals. This is creating your very first automation. Automated systems are going to help you be able to build this out on scale. Very, very important. Next thing we're going to see here is your list segmentation. List segmentation is what we're talking about in sending that marketing email each day. You're going to segment out the people who are new subscribers, the people who are openers, the people who are clickers, and you're going to separate those individuals out, and you're going to send marketing emails to people who have specific behaviors on your list. What this is going to do for you is it's going to give you a good bead on how well your messaging is working, how well your marketing is working. So we're going to walk through all of these things as we continue to go forward in the list ladder, and you'll learn exactly what it is that you're going to need to do to make all of that work. So back here to our, whoopsie, daily activity, where are we at? Video content. There's only one more because we have that workout partner right after this one. So your video content is going to be uploading a video each week on YouTube. Now, I don't know if anybody knows, but we had one person make a video who signed up, one person that doesn't know that person who made a video, who is what you like to call a juggernaut in the online marketing space. So don't be afraid of making videos. Videos are going to be a very powerful way to get traffic. YouTube is the 3rd most trafficked website on earth. Review videos and how-to videos are what make it so popular. So if you want to go and upload one YouTube video each week, you're going to have a lot of leverage with the traffic. And of course, as people begin to get curious about what the list ladder is, because we're starting to get a little bit of attention, our traffic is going up through the roof on the main site. So when people start getting curious about it, you're going to increase your chances of being able to get a person into the system. On top of that, what thing you'll want to do as well is you're going to want to start reviewing all of the income streams here inside the profit center. Okay, so each one of these income streams, as we add them, we're going to go into training on them, and we're going to show you how to do that. Now, when you get your YouTube videos up, when the blog unlocks, once you get this all squared away, you'll have an opportunity to be able to put that on the platform here and then be able to share that, because what Spin Rewriter AI does is it takes the content from your blog and copies it, rewrites it, similar style, keywords will be a little bit different, and then it'll post it again on autopilot for you. So it'll take that same YouTube video on a blog post and share it multiple times with different keywords. So you're getting a good spread on the internet with your review videos on those particular products. So that's what you're going to want to do once we get those released for you. So you're going to get a nice, awesome net, so to speak, of people that are going to come organically to your pages. And then of course, activating the list ladder, you're going to get leads from all of this activity. So that's the process there. And of course, the final step in the system, besides being here a year from now, is finding a workout partner. Okay. A workout partner is a core person. This is a person on your team that they're going to help you do things that you're not able to do. So you guys can see inside the list ladder. I'm in the background. I'm writing code. We're developing out the system. My wife's doing support. We've got Greg Russell. He's doing training on how to set up your get response, right? We've got all kinds of people who are helping us with individual components of the system. That's our core people. That's your workout partners. Now, these are the individuals who are going to help build your business from the inside. They're going to be people that are going to be able to do the things that you can as you're going through your daily activities. You probably aren't going to be good at all this stuff, but you know what? Somebody else might be good at one of those steps. You might not be good at the step that they are, and you might be good at something that they are. So what you're looking for when you're finding a workout partner is a thing called synergy. Synergy is where 1 + 1 equals more than 2, right? Where you and I together are greater than what, we would be apart. And on top of that, it's not just, like a an even relationship. It's a multiplication factor. So you're looking at something that with these individuals that's going to help multiply what it is you're doing. And generally speaking, it's just how you roll in the same direction. So there's videos on this inside of here that you can watch all the way through. I'll show you to do that. So this little timer right here, every 24 hours is going to reset so that you come back in here and do this. And what you're going to see as we get the couple of updates pushed is you're going to see a little progress bar. That's going to show you that you've completed it for the day. And they'll all lock up, and then you'll see your progress bars on your weekly trainings, your weekly videos, and you'll be able to keep track of what it is you're doing, because what gets tracked gets managed. And if you're tracking it, you'll know what to do next. And that's what's really important. And these are all the steps you have to do. If you don't do them, you're probably not going to be much different today. But if you do them, again, you're probably not going to see much of a difference. But if you do them every day for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, you are going to have a huge difference. You're going to notice it in your business. I promise you that. So let's get back to our slide deck now that I've done rambling with that. Okay. So your first level team members, this is what you want to do with your team. Okay. This is a very, very important structure to understand. Number one, you want to teach every single one of your personal referrals to go through the Getting Started Right training. Number two, 9-step daily activity system. Show them where it's at. Tell them exactly everything. Share with what it is that you want to do, why you want to do it. Put a little bit of philosophy behind it so that they understand these seemingly insignificant actions that you do on a day-to-day basis, they actually do work over time. Now, number three is you want to teach your first level team to teach their first level team steps 1 and 2. You want to teach them to go and do this step. Okay. Because if they don't, if they just let the system do the work for them, that human element gets removed. And what we're doing is we're playing the law of averages, and we can improve that if we follow these steps. Number 4 is to teach them, your first level team members, to teach that second level team member steps number 3, because they got to teach that same process. Now, we are going to actually go through an entire training. I've got a whole training around this exact concept on why we're going to do this. And this is the part, this is how you get duplication going in network marketing. This is how you get duplication going in any type of affiliate program. So if anybody is familiar with chess, this is one of my favorite games, actually. Chess is a very interesting game, and a lot of people know how to play chess. Some are better than others. And I like it because it has a very finite space. Our chessboard is 8 by 8. And there's only one side that you're going from and to the other. So it's a very, very limited space and a limited amount of activity. Now, if you know how to play chess, that's good. You can learn how to play better by understanding a few things. Each piece has a limited function. Now, on your chessboard, each of these tools, each of these pieces can do specific things. And when used in a right combination, you have different results. Now, if you understand it properly, you have an unlimited number of ways that you can play the game. Now, the game that we're playing is actually the internet marketing game, and our opponent is the marketplace. Our pieces, on the board is the marketplace, and our opponent is the market, and the board is you guys get it. The pieces are the individual components of our system. When we know how those components work, we can put them together in an infinite number of ways. And that's how we get what we call a USP, which is a unique selling proposition. Taking our knowledge, taking our understanding of the pieces, and being able to apply them in an unlimited number of ways. Now, no matter where you start, some of us might be starting out as a pawn. I want you guys to realize, if you've ever played chess, the pawn is the most powerful piece on the board. Okay, the reason why the pawn is the most powerful piece on the board is it only needs to learn how to navigate the battlefield to get to the other side, and it can become any piece that it wants. It can become any piece that is not that it wants, but is necessary. So as you're going through, as you might be a pawn in this space, you might not know anything about what I'm talking about, but don't worry about it. We're going to teach you how to navigate this battlefield. And once you get to the other side of this, the board, you're going to be able to choose whatever piece you want to be, where you fit in. And that's where you need to become to win in this space. So that's what I got to share with everybody tonight. I'm losing my voice. I'm going to take a drink of some water. We do have some Q&As. I do have a couple of questions that have been asked repeatedly over the course of the last 7 days. So we'll dive into those. But those of you who do have some questions, feel free to post those questions here in the comment section on Facebook, or just hop on the microphone and ask in just a second. I'm going to take a drink, though. Give me just a moment. All right. So now that I'm not biting my tongue when I talk, what we'll do is I'll go through the actual questions that we had from people that were DMing me all week. Number one is can we put list ladder pages in an iframe? The answer is no. We did not. The security parameters on the page do not allow them to be embedded on any sites. You can embed them on Boomly, and you can. That's about it. But other than that, will not allow them to be embedded in other sites. Now, to allow that function to work for those of you who are using traffic exchanges like Leads Leap and Traffic Cross and things like that, what you'll want to do is you'll want to create what's called a bridge page. And you can do that with any capture page builder where you just create a basic capture page. And you put that in those systems and you send that person over to the registration page. Let me show you what that page is inside of your dashboard. So here what you'll do is you'll go right on down here to there we go, lead links. You're going to open this up, and these are the different capture pages that are available. We actually have a lot of capture pages in the system, and they're all going to come out in increments just like this. They'll change from time to time. So now right down here, your direct video registration page or direct to registration page. Now, this is going to be dependent on how you pre-positioned the individuals that you're sending to these pages. So if you're sending them from just a basic text lead page that you've created and maybe Leads Leap using their builder, maybe you created one in GetResponse using their builder, maybe you have a different building system altogether with HBA or some other form or tool, you'll build that and you'll direct them over to this one with a video on it because it's just basic text. But if you build a video capture page and you want to share some information with those individuals, you'd send them over to the registration page because you're already prepping them for that process. You wouldn't want them to be distracted. So depending on your strategy will depend on which one of these two pages you send them to. This is going to bypass the system capture pages. And what it's also going to do is bypass the list ladder. Anything that you do that goes direct to these particular pages does not share the lead with the people inside of your system. Just keeping that in mind. And you'll be aware of that too. So if you see team members, but you don't see leads, that could be one of the reasons why that's happening. So we're going to have a support system put in place today so that you guys will actually be able to submit tickets and chat with us on the site itself. And so if you guys have any questions, you can come direct to us and we can go in and we can find all that information, getting exactly what we would need from you to be able to find out what's going on. So if you have any questions related to that, that is where we are there. Number two question is, do we offer any email swipes? I did not remember that I put this here, but we did cover that. So we don't offer the email swipes because of the way and the nature of the system. We don't want everybody sending the exact same email to the same people for a number of reasons. Number one, your people, you don't want that to happen to you. Number two, email service providers, Google, Gmail, Yahoo, all those, they don't like it. And so what'll happen is they'll start to flag emails coming in from people who are sending them in those massive numbers. And of course, number three is those don't necessarily work like we want them to. They will work for a small portion for a small period of time, but they do not work long term. So what we want to do is we want to take all the principles of email marketing and we want to put them into crafting campaigns that are going to be effective. And so we don't offer the swipes, but we offer the systems to be able to help create those emails for you. AI does that really well. I have personally used the AI inside of the GetResponse platform. I do not like it as much as I like the GetResponse, or not the GetResponse, but the ChatGPT version. So I'll leave that up to you to decide which one works best for you, but ChatGPT is where it's at for me. So number four is, why can't I see my matrix? I think I did address that, but we'll go through that one more time. Inside of the list ladder system, if you were to go to your team right down here, and you were to go to my team tree, and you were to go to the matrix here, you're going to notice that it does not fetch the data. That is because the individuals are not inserted into that database table until the second payment. So once they pay that second payment, you're going to start seeing individuals start to fill into your matrices, and that's when you will fall into the matrices yourself. You are currently in the matrix as a pending member. It's just not displaying here. We will display that here soon in the future with an update where you'll be able to see your team and the pending positions that are being filled. But as soon as the first time payment comes around, and boom, you'll see that person going there. And then your matrix commissions will start to kick in. So that's, you'll see those on the commission dashboard in the back office back here where you were here. So you'll see your commissions right here. And then anytime one of your team members earns a commission, you'll see your matching bonus increase. So that's how those will work for you inside the back office there. So those are a couple of the questions. And then, of course, why are the videos broken? So inside the back office, while we are getting all the videos installed, I do have a couple more that I do have to install that are completed back here. So just to give you an example right here under getting started right, you're going to notice here that inside of the system, there's a couple of videos that are not here. Like, for example, that one. I recorded that one, but I didn't have my mic on. There's another one right here that is not installed yet, which is your email marketing best practices, analytics and optimization. And of course, setting up your domain is of course right here. So there's just a few videos that are not in the system as of yet. We're getting those recorded for everybody and getting them put in. These are basic evergreen videos. These are fundamental videos, so they're never going to change. Now, strategy videos, strategy systems, those are going to come on calls like this one. So every week when we get on live, we're going to be training more depth on how the systems work, how to use these lists, how to use get response, how to use the softwares to be able to get the results that you're looking for, how to create bonuses. It's another thing that you're going to notice. This is not developed in the back office yet, but it will be very soon once we get to some of the other things squared away under the My Software. You're going to see that there is affiliate bonuses. That's going to give you an opportunity here of being able to add your own bonus to situations where people are joining with you. Okay, so you can add a bonus for that individual person. We'll get that unlocked so that you guys have an opportunity to do that, and we'll train on what types of bonuses to offer and all those kinds of things. A very, very, very powerful way to separate yourself from other individuals in the marketplace for those things, and you'll be able to do it for each of the products in the system. So if they upgrade with, for example, high level, you can offer a snapshot or whatever the case might be in that particular case. So that is what we do have there on those particular questions. These are the ones that I've been asked all week in the messenger. We may have some other questions. So if anybody does have any questions, feel free to ask those now. I will maintain silence for just a moment. Absolutely. So Elm-Link is actually included for all of you who are premium members inside the platform. And so here is Elm-Link. Let me run over here. So it is elmlink.co. We do not have the actual webhook installed on that button yet. But if you want this, all you got to do is reach out to us. We can turn it on for you. So when you log in, this is what it's going to look like. Basically, it is a link system, so bio links. And you can see right here, I have 61 total bio links out on the internet. One file link, and you can see down here there's just a list of them. So kind of walk through this for you real quick. Bio link pages and shortened links, these are the two most common things that we're going to be using specifically related to email marketing and social media marketing. Bio links are going to be things like Linktree. So if you've ever seen a Linktree account, let's just go ahead and let's just do some stuff right there, and we'll open this up. So now you can see that we have an opportunity to build out a small page that allows us to create a Linktree style opportunity. Now, we actually use this in here on the dashboard. So if you come to the dashboard and you go to get solo ads, you're going to see right here that this is what Elm-Link will do on a Linktree. So these are tested vendors that actually provide good quality solo ads, and we'll be adding more as we test those vendors here for you to be able to go and check out yourself. And so this is what it can build. This is one example of that. It's a basic system, real simple to use there. Now, when we go in, we can actually do a lot more. Here's a bunch of different blocks that you can add to a page. So you can put videos on there, social sharing elements. I can put audio files on there, donations, anything that you want to be able to do inside of here. Each one of these is a different function that you can put on that particular page. We use it in a lot of different ways. Micro funnels, for example. Training videos, for example, bridge funnels, for example. These pages right here are actually embeddable in traffic exchanges. So you can take this, put it in a traffic exchange, put a button on that page, put a little video on that page, and send them right over to a capture page without clicking on that button. But the actual list ladder pages themselves are not embeddable, but this is. And so you can go in and do a lot of stuff. And those of you who want it, just open up ticket, get us. We'll get that open up for you while we get the trigger to activate the account inside the platform. So this is a lot inside of this thing that makes it really useful for what it is that we're doing. So yeah, this is what Elm-Link is. It's one of the tools and softwares that you'll get access to. If you think of Linktree on steroids, that's what this thing is. It does a lot. So you get analytics, so you'll be able to know where your traffic's coming from. You can't really see anything on that one. I'll go to this one. Do we have a raised hand? I believe we have a raised. Marvin raised it. I don't see a raised hand on my side. You wanna unlock? Marvin, did you raise your hand? Do you have a question? I can't see it. So right here we have kind of an idea you can get. So this is the link inside of the dashboard. You can see where all the traffic is coming from. 61% is coming from the United States, 7% coming from Kenya, 6% coming from Canada. You can get a good beat on where your clicks are coming from so that you know whether or not you're in the right areas for your ads. Another thing that's really cool about ElmLink, you can actually redirect people from different areas, different countries to different pages. So if you have something like I was talking, I don't know if anybody knows Max team or not, or Max watching, I was talking to him earlier and he was talking about a payment gateway that you can only get in the US. They do offer commissions. They offer handsome commissions, but you can only sign people up who are in the United States with that. So if I'm trying to promote that, I would want to redirect everybody else to something else. Otherwise, I'm just wasting that click. And that's what ElmLink will do for you. There's a lot of features inside this tool. I don't know if Greg is on the call, but Greg did some training on this, and what he said when he was inside here is ElmLink is a beast. I quote Greg on that. But that is a tool that we decided to put inside of the list ladder because it is a very important tool. You can create QR codes. You can do a lot with this thing. And you are all, well, everybody who's got a $25 a month account gets access to this for free inside the system. So that is what it is. Hopefully that answers your question, Bruno. Obviously, if you have more questions, feel free to ask. And we have any other questions coming up for the time? We got more questions. Oh, good. Let's rock these out.
You mentioned how to set up Messenger Pro. Did we set up the site, or has that not been set up yet?
Okay, so Messenger Pro, same thing. There's just we have to trigger that event inside the back office. It's all set up, everything works. We will fix it so that you can go get an account. What we'll do tonight, it is now 8:51 p.m. my time. What we will do tonight, this is my promise to you guys, is tonight you will have a way to activate that so that you don't have to ask. And so you can go in, you'll push the button, you'll be able to create the account, you'll be able to get the username and the password. There's a couple things. We can actually set this up to where you will get the usernames and passwords to those applications when you sign up. We've done this in the past. What happens is you get confused. People get confused on what's what. And so we want you to make the action. We want you to click the button to activate it so that you are expecting it. And that's the way to circumvent some of the confusion, not only for us. I mean, we can answer those questions very easily, but when it comes to you being a team member, building a system, building a team, we do not want you to just happen to run across those little gold veins in the marketing space. You find a good traffic source and you start going through that and getting some success and then get flooded with questions. So yeah, we'll make it easy. And so that is a promise to you. We'll make that happen tonight.
About the rotator link will not be possible to edit the links inside after we create it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, good question. Oh, wow. Rotator. This is my own design, so bear with me. So, you are correct. We do not have an edit button on here. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. We will fix that. I can't promise when I will get to that particular function. That I can see being somewhat of a challenge. Okay, so good stuff there. I'll create a video around training how to make this work because I understand when you're filling it out a little bit confusing. Basically how you do, right? You just put it here like this. It's going to create a URL. Whatever you make the name is, it's going to create it down here as the path. Now it's going to reference all of the paths for all the rotators in the system. So you'll only be able to create unique paths on that. So if you ever get somewhere that says, oh, you can't use this, it means somebody else is. Now, the main default URL is going to be the default URL that you would put that you want everything to go to once everything is satisfied. Okay, so what I mean by that is, let's say, for example, you have a team of 6 people and they have a team of 6 people and all the 42 of you are going to do a co-op. You're all going to buy a big package of solo ads and you're all going to put in on that, and each one of you is going to get a portion of that traffic. Then sometimes what happens with solo ads is they send like excess clicks. and you don't know how much is going to be excess. So you would give everybody an even weight of distribution, and then you would have a main URL that it would go to after all of that distribution has taken place. So here you just put in your whatever link that you want to put in. Now you have a spillover backup URL. This is just in case this URL 404s or this URL is not existent, just in case we made a mistake. It's going to go to the other one. Okay. Because I've had that happen where I've had spillover going off into the internet. They weren't going anywhere. They were just poof, gone. So we have a backup link for just in case something happens. Maybe the server errors, maybe you changed a path or something like that happens, and it's going to go to that next one. Just make sure that spillover URL is something that you never change, a homepage for your website or something like that. Max clicks. Okay, so the max clicks, this is for example 100. So what it's going to mean is each of these rotators down here is going to get 100 clicks of whatever's being sent to this link. Okay, so whatever's being sent, 100 are going to go down here. So if you have 10 people and you want to distribute 100 clicks to them, and you have 1,000, you'd want to put 1,000 here, and then you would put 10 links down in here. So if we go Google, and then we add a URL, and we go with this one, we add a URL, we go Facebook. Okay, let's go to facebook.com. Okay, now the weight should, okay, this is the thing that the two things now I got to fix, but the first one was the weight. The weight is how much distribution. Okay, it has to equal 100 or it's not going to work. So what we do here is we do 33, we do 33, and we do 34. Okay, so now it's also not displaying all of our weight down here. It's not broken, it's just not showing you. Okay, so when we go here and we click create our rotator, not a valid URL. Oops. Create a rotator. Now we have a rotator. Okay, and you can see that it's evenly distributed, and so now when we click this little button right here, it is copied, and we can come on out here. I cannot edit this thing. That's a good point. We're gonna go to Facebook. I can't log into Facebook either. I think I told you guys that. So here, if we go here, here's the other one, and then we'll go out here. It's just going to evenly distribute. Well, no, it didn't went to Facebook. So there we go. There's Google. Okay, so go to Google, go to Facebook, boom, just like that. So link rotators. And now when I refresh the page, you can see that it's tracking all of our clicks, nice and pretty. So this is going to be awesome, just not yet. So we can delete it. We can't edit it. So that's a really good point. So I built that from scratch. We'll make it cooler, but there's some other things that are priority over that. But good question. We have another question coming in. All right.
So I have a question about your rotator.
Go for it.
So are you gonna have rotator modes on there, or is it stuck in spillover?
I will have modes, so it will be spillover, round robin. You'll have them all. So anything that QLiker does, anything that ClickMagick does, it'll do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
That sounds good. I mean, I've critiqued other softwares, and some are missing the modes, and I'm like, well, what if I don't want to do spillover?
Right. We'll make it to where, like, I'm a marketer, right? And the reason why I decided to learn how to code is because every dang thing I ever got didn't do what I wanted it to do.
Right.
Yeah. Now I can make it do whatever we want it to do. But I'm a really big fan of ClickMagick. I have a comp account, and Patrick's awesome. That's why. But that's actually one of the, I want to rebuild a micro version of ClickMagick into here so that we can run basic rotator campaigns and be able to do traffic co-ops, and make it as easy as possible, because I know that anybody who goes into ClickMagick for the first time, it's a little overwhelming. And same thing with QLiker, like, it's really overwhelming. So we want to make it easier.
So yeah, I like the folders. You know, ClickMagick don't have folders that you could put link groups in and stuff like that.
Mhm.
You know, so in ClickMagick you just have a long list of links, right? And you can't put them in folders, right? So if you could put them in folders, that would be really cool.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
And then I had two other questions, like as far as the CRM for the free and paid signups, are we still we still do an option where we could remove like a dummy email, like we could click an X or something like that, and it'll remove it.
The
out of the-
system will.
Okay.
It'll be an automated process in the back end. Because we have
I think
I think we have one person that was using an automatic opt-in program.
I mean, how would the system know? Like, let's say I got my CSV and I'm looking at the free members, I'm looking at the paid members. Like, how does it know if it's a dummy account or a real account?
If
Because
they don't have any activity. They won't be a dummy account if they created it because it won't be verified.
Right.
They have to verify, but and it's not like a click to verify. It's you have to type the number. So
I'm
but yeah,
saying under the my team portion, you know how it has the CSV portion, right?
right.
The CSV portion. So if we're doing testing and somebody creates an account to test, a
Yeah, the
form,
system will scrub that automatically, but those are going to go onto your email list, and that's where you have to create an automation to remove those. But the system's going to remove people that are not active automatically. So the update that we pushed yesterday, what it did was if a person tries to opt into a lead form that with the same email address that they've used within 30 days, it won't let them opt in. They have to use a different one. If they're a user and they have a system account and they're not active for 30 days, it'll just remove them from the system completely so that they'll be able to go through. So that solves that problem. Having a button inside the system where they can remove users does not solve that problem. That actually creates an entirely new problem.
One question on that. Is it possible to have if someone tries to log it back in or re-opt in, it takes them to the login page instead? Is that possible?
It's already doing that.
Okay.
So if you go to, so to give you an example, if you go to the, so like go to the registration page. Let me make sure I got this correctly. OP, which one was it? To put my ID on there. No, it doesn't work on that page. I'll show you later how that works, but I don't want to.
Yeah, this is good in case some people are remarketing, and then it's better if they can just log in instead of creating another email. So that's a good enhancement to make sure that people are going where they're supposed to.
Yeah,
I think
it was doing it last night, so it'll do it. I have to push the update to all of the forms, and so that's that. You might have a form or two where right now it's not happening, but each
it's good. And I noticed in the CSV like 80% are free accounts anyway, so that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
and then did you say after 90 days or something, it would purge the tree as well? Like the tree would be purged?
Well, are you talking about the team tree?
Yeah.
So that's just automatic. So every commission cycle, it does a compression cycle. So it does it every time.
So basically anybody who doesn't log in or how does
Oh,
it?
no, not that one. Not that one. If they don't log in, it's going to move their account so where it's not going to show up on your profiles, because that's what your question was about, because you don't want to see them. We can't have you deleting them.
I mean, yeah, because we have a lot of people who are running solo ads, and those people are creating accounts, but there's like a good portion of them that aren't going to do anything, you know?
Normal. Yep.
Yeah.
The vast majority. So got more questions? Okay. We have more questions. We like questions. Questions are good. Engagement is the most important piece, because if we know what it is that you guys have questions about, we can make it smoother. And the more smooth we make the process, the better it is for everyone.
We have one from Brad.
Okay.
Is it a bad idea to invite people onto your front line who promote the same back end offer? I think yes, but what?
Okay, so that's a good question. Is it a bad idea to get people into the system on your front line who are promoting the same type of back end offer? It is not bad. The reason why it is not bad is because, just give you an example, not everybody likes you. That's just really to straight to the bone. Some people will simply not join you. And so that's the same thing that's true for everybody who's promoting. And what you're going to do is you're going to give your community an idea of who you are. And if they know, like, and trust you, they're going to resonate with you and they're going to become part of your fans. And all you need is 1,000 true fans. There's a whole like idea around that, a whole philosophy around that. And as the process goes, you can be promoting the same thing that I'm promoting, that Mac is promoting, that Gio's promoting, that Matthew's promoting. And it won't matter if the person resonates with you, they will join you because they want you to be their mentor, because they understand the communication, the language that you're using. And that happens all the time. We've been privileged enough to be in positions to where we're managing affiliate operations for some relatively large companies. And people will switch affiliates all the time. They ask for the ridiculous reasons. They're going to get a special bonus from this person, a bonus from that person. And so that's what they're asking to do. They're trying to get as much as they can. They're trying to reap as much reward as they can. But in reality, those are the types of individuals that are not going to be as successful as somebody who's committed to the process, because those individuals are looking for ways around or ways to circumvent the system. And if you do that, you're going to spend so much time trying to reinvent a wheel, and you're just going to end up with a square. And you don't want that because it doesn't roll. And so there's no reason to reinvent that which has already been perfected. I'm not saying that we perfected it, because I didn't invent this stuff. I'm just modeling what I know works. And so it's the same process here. You won't have any issues. The goal will be obviously to promote as much as you can to the people who want to hear from you. And if you are promoting the same offers, what they're going to do is there's a repetition. The more time somebody sees something, the more they trust it. So if they're getting 4 or 5 emails about the same product, they like you, they trust that product more, and they like you, they're going to buy from you. That's just the way it works. So I hope that makes a lot of sense. There are people in ListLadder who've joined people in ListLadder that have been in our systems for years. They've joined other people in ListLadder instead of from the direct email that we sent to them. So that's a good example of that exact same concept. So you don't have a lot to worry about with respect to that. A couple reasons. Number one, there's always going to be something that has a multi-tiered benefit, right? So inside of the back office, Traffic Zest, for example, has a multi-tier benefit. Traffic Authority has a multi-tier benefit. HBA has a multi-tier benefit as far as I'm aware. There's a couple of the affiliate programs will have multiple tiers where you can take advantage of that as well. So anything that you can do to leverage will always be a good thing. That's my thoughts on that. And hopefully it makes sense. Another question?
So did you also say that we could have the ability to place people as well if we wanted to place somebody somewhere?
You can place people in a matrix. The only thing you're going to be able to do is place somebody under somebody inside of your level 1 and level 2.
Right. So I'll have that ability
Eventually, yes.
if I wanted to. Okay.
Yes. It's not something that's I am the only one coding this, so it is not it is definitely not a priority at this point, because launch day is just a few days.
Right. Okay.
I've got to monitor the matrix. I got to make sure that that's not breaking. That's right now the most important thing. When we go into the pre-launch, starting in January, the pre-launch will have a lot more of the features that we discuss rolling out. So it'll be there because it's an important feature.
One question on the way that the contacts sign up into the matrix. Is it based on the time that they joined as a free user and then upgraded? Because I'm looking at my stats and I'm noticing that some of my people that upgraded later are still earlier in my list. So when it comes to the matrix, is it still going to put them in order from the time they created a free account, or is it from the time that they paid?
They paid. Okay.
It'll
be the time that they paid on so the very first payment on the form is not a subscription payment. It's an admin payment, and then there's a 30-day free trial. At the end of that 30-day free trial, when it renews, that's when it triggers the function to put them into the matrix. So it'll be based off of the timestamp of when they made the payment. So you have two people that signed up a minute apart. Well, one's going to be one's going to be on the left of the other one. So that's just kind of how they fall. It's I can see the matrix myself. It just doesn't display because if I put it in the display, it runs a commission program.
And I have one more question on the compression. So let's just say I sign somebody up and then I signed someone else up that fell in that person's leg. If the person above quit, would that level 2 become my level 1? Is that how the compression works?
No, the level 2 would stay a level 2 because that person can still upgrade again later and they'll get the 50% match. So you're still going to get the 20% match. If they upgrade again later, they'll be in a different place in the matrix, but they're still going to be your level 1 and that person's still going to be their level 2. I assume that was okay. Did you have more over there?
That's good enough for me, man.
Good to know. I know Larlin's got a couple core questions coming in from the group. I think that's what I'm seeing. No, from the chat.
There's a couple of questions in the chat. One of them was about the affiliate bonuses. The affiliate bonuses are not highlighted as active. When do these bonuses are available?
So affiliate bonus is not highlighted as active. Are you referencing the commission that you get on the front end? Those have nothing to do with active. Active is are you talking about pending? Okay. So the pending commissions, how far away are we? 2 days? Okay. So here's what's going to happen. In 2 days, that whole system is going to flush and we're paying all of you. Everybody is going to get their commissions from the system on the very first commission run. You're going to get an email from Tipulti, and we're just going to send them the money. You're going to fill out the forms, and they're going to send you whatever payment method you choose. And so that's going to happen. When that happens, there's going to be an update push to the affiliate program. We're also going to have roughly 3 hours max of downtime while we install some more bonuses into the comp plan. So those are going to go from pending to active or paid on the first. Now, normally what's going to happen, and starting in January, is all of the commissions that you earn in January are going to be put into provisioning at the end of the month, which is basically we run an audit, send them into Tipulti. Tipulti is going to pay those out per the parameters that we tell them, which is on the 15th. We are going to pay more frequently, but right now it's on the 15th. So as we get more streamlined, we get to understand what our churn is and all those kinds of things. We can pay more frequently. And what I want to do is get back into a nice little weekly payment frequency, because I don't know about you guys, but I like getting paid once a week. And I get paid the same way you guys do from this system. So it's yeah, that's what's going to happen. The commissions are going to be updated. There's going to be some nice little enhancements that you guys are going to really enjoy that are going to be coming down the pipeline. So at least see Matt's he's got the hands up. That's because he knows. He knows what they are. The affiliate bonus is back here.
Yeah, I just like to say, man, like
section. Is that what it was? The affiliate bonuses section?
I was just bring that question to attention, so I'm not 100% sure what you actually meant. That was
the affiliate bonuses section will be unlocked at I actually have to write in that so that it tracks back to you and doesn't show your bonuses to somebody else. So that's something that I actually have to build out all the logic for. I do not have a date on that, but it will be very soon, because that is a very important piece to conversions, and I want everybody to be able to leverage that. So yeah. So yeah. I got a good job. Good stuff. Okay.
Did answer a little bit of it, but maybe a lot others. So get response. I have upgraded to 1,000-person list. But
Perfect.
I already have some emails to delete. When I delete them, they still show in my account. Will the count towards my total leads? Can't answer those.
Okay, so I can answer that. So the question was, In my get response account, I've upgraded to a 1,000 lead plan, which is actually the perfect plan. You want to keep your list scrubbed between that 500 and 1,000 leads. Okay. You'll be real good there until you start to generate some good revenues from the systems and from your database. Now, you say that you have deleted some people from your contacts, and inside that process, they are still showing up as a contact and being counted toward your contact count. Yes, they are. In order for you to get them out of your account, you have to delete them from the account and not from the contacts. So there's a different step in that process, and we'll actually put this into the email marketing training, because this is actually a very important distinction between what you're doing. Because with these autoresponder platforms, you are charged based off the number of subscribers you have. So having a lot of subscribers is not a good thing unless they're opening your emails, clicking on the links, and participating in what it is that you're doing. And so as a result of that, we're gonna really show you everything that we know about cultivating a list. And deleting your leads is going to be the most common thing that you're going to do. The leads that just are not responding to you, it is not going to matter. We've been building systems like this for a long time. It is not going to matter. You're going to be having ears coming at your leads. You're going to have leads coming out of your ears with the system the way that we've designed it. And we're in beta right now. You just wait till we get into pre-launch and we start going out and pushing this program to the people we know. And on top of that, there's some people that I do not know that are coming into the system that I do know are heavy hitters. And so there's going to be a lot of really fast growth once we get it fully launched. And so, yeah, I hope that makes sense.